Libra, hi. So this is going to be a reading for September 1st through the 7th, and I'll take a look into your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future. And then I'll close it off with a couple of cards from the universe for you. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended. At the end of the video, you can check out the link for that in the description box below if you want. Let's see, Libra. The overall energy for the reading, the World card. Closing of a cycle here. Okay, let's see where, how, if. The recent past, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, the Queen of Wands. Somebody was hanging on to something, but whatever that was that they were hanging on to and not just letting it go was creating a lot of pain. It's almost like stubbornness. Like, no, I'm just gonna believe this even though I know it's not right and not true. And but whoever this is just harming themselves when they do that. Okay. Alrighty. You're somehow involved. I don't think it's you, but you're somehow involved in that type of a situation there. In the current situation, the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Pentacles, the Star. Something is changing as we speak. Something is shifting. Where someone here, and this I think is you, is saying, I've wanted something for the longest time, and now you're not saying you don't want that anymore. But there is a sense of restructuring around that. You know? Something is shifting. It's a very slow shift. It's almost unnoticeable. It's almost quite subtle. But it's one of those that when it's in place, the shift, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to say, oh, okay, this happened. You know, like you're going to realize that, okay, there's been a change here. In the immediate future, the Chariot, the Hierophant, the Two of Wands. Well, something feels just about right, like you're on the right path here, but you're not yet on the right path. It's like you can see it, you're almost stepping on it, but you're not doing it yet. Something feels right there, but it's like, not yet. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Let's see what's up. Let me do the World card. The Nine of Swords, the Temperance card, the Ten of Cups. All right. You seem to. You've been closing the cycle for a while. You seem to be in the closing of the cycle for a minute here. But it's something that once it's done, once it's all said and done, you're good to go. You're like, oh, it feels so good. You know, like you're taking a burden off of your shoulders with it because it's quite stressful. So you're almost done with something here. Let me see the Four of Pentacles. You got the Six of Pentacles, the Fool, the Queen of Swords. Oh, that's what it was? So whoever this is that's hanging on to something, apparently they're hanging on to the concept of, I gotta make something work. Something with somebody else. There is a soul connection involved, potentially. Which doesn't have to be romantic. It could be just about anything. Maybe it's someone you're working with and it's like, okay, we got a teamwork situation here and we got to get this project over and done with. And it's like, man, someone's like really, really stubborn. Like, no, this has to work out. I don't know if it did because it's kind of like spitting against the wind. It's like you're working with energies that are not in favor of that. Anyways, for the Three of Swords in the recent past, you get the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Cups. No. If there's two energies here, which there could be more, but the one that sticks out is the one that is trying with everything they got to make this work. All of the other energies, and if there's one, there's just one, but if there's multiple, they're kind of in the same tone. No, they're resistant to this. They're like, no, we're not going to make this work because it's not working. So, no. So, okay. They were there, those energies, kind of trying to keep up, but their inner sense was telling them, go away, don't be here, even. Okay, so they didn't want to make this work, ultimately. But anyways, for the Queen of Wands in the recent past, you get the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands. Woo! And when that glass was full, eventually, because it got full, on the part of whoever wanted to make this work, they had enough at some point. They're like, okay, I'm kind of fighting a war that I'm potentially not going to win, so let me just come out of this like yelling and screaming and kicking. So not only did they realize, okay, I'm just banging my head against the wall here over and over again, when they realized they were doing that, they took a freaking hammer and tore the wall down before they left. Okay. So I get stubborn in this, okay, I gotta make something work. When I realize that it's not working, I'm gonna put up a show. I'm gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? You will know my rage. That type of a behavior here. So I don't know which end of this you were on, but man. Yeah, not great. Not great. Wheel of Fortune in the current situation. The Ace of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Four of Cups. Alright, whatever that was, that scenario over there, slowly but surely, I think that's why there's a shift here, a restructuring of some sort, because you're coming out of that. So whichever end of that you belong to doesn't really matter at this point, it's in the past, and that's how you view it. And you're kind of focusing on, let's keep going, let's move forward, but let's make some changes along the way. I don't like this, I'm not okay with, because it almost feels like you were forced out of something, or you were forced to make some changes here. And it's like, yeah, okay, I'm not really digging this, but I have to. And as you do, the energy already starts to feel a little better, actually. You're still upset, but out of that at least. For the Knight of Pentacles, in the current situation, you get the King of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Six of Cups. Are they coming with? So they tore down the wall. Did you kind of give them time to calm down, and then you pick them up and you're like, okay, are you calm now? Okay, let's go. It kind of feels a little bit like that, because you're giving me a sense of they're coming with. Okay. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there was a big blowout and now things are... Because the energies seem calm. I kind of see almost the same energies at play, but in a different way. More calm, more composed. More not, oh, I'll get stubborn and then I'll show them and then... Everything seems smoother. But again, or I don't know if you took them necessarily, but you could be open to similar energies but healthier. I don't know, and because there's still other energies attached to you here. Okay, let's do the Star. In the current situation, the Eight of Wands, the King of Wands, the Seven of Cups. Again, the more I do these readings for you, the more I think this King of Wands is actually you. Or if it's not you, it's the perfect mirroring aspect of you. So it's going to be found in pretty much anybody you're dealing with. Because, you know, it's you and you're King of Wands. But anyways, this is a great energy. This is an energy of moving on in the healthiest way possible, in the happiest way possible. And you're definitely putting this energy out there somehow. Either you're letting somebody know about that, or you're just in the way you express yourself, it comes through this energy that that's exactly what you're doing. So you're not hanging on to whatever the hell happened there. I'm assuming there's healing over that, because otherwise these energies wouldn't show up so clear. But yeah, showing up in a very different way than what just happened there. I have a feeling you were caught up in that mess over there. And this is you kind of making your way out of it and being like, good riddance, you know, type of a deal. Again, I'm a little confused as to, you know, was it just one of those things where, again, things kind of blew up out of proportion and then things calmed down and now you're proceeding? Or is it just you and then you're open to healthier options in what it is that you're doing? Not the ones from the past. I don't know. Okay, let's do the Chariot in the immediate future. You get the Seven of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Magician. You're manifesting something, this right path type of a thing, this something that feels really right to you, and it feels really right to you because you're actually manifesting it. You're also standing in the way of it a little bit. Like we all do when we really, really want something, we're going to be the ones that, if we don't pay attention, we're going to be the ones that are going to interfere with that. But there's something around timing with this one. And I don't know if you're necessarily aware of that. I think maybe because of this timing aspect to this, maybe that's why you're standing in your own way. In terms of, let's say you're manifesting for, let's put it simple. Let's say you're manifesting for a vacation, right? 2 months from now. And you're so fixated that it has to be 2 months from now, even though everything in your life 2 months from now is a fucking mess. And you're like, you can just postpone. Kind of let everything settle down. And then, you know, you don't have to be fixated on timing of this here. But you go anyway, and then your messed up life becomes even more messed up. You know what I mean? Because you disrupted. Normally when you disrupt a messy situation, it kind of calms down, but sometimes it actually makes it worse. So let's say this is the case here, and this is you standing in your own way because you're so hung up on the concept of time here over this. So I don't know, it shows up twice in such a short time frame of the future here. Your manifestation is great. It seems to be aligning with something freaking amazing, and that's supposed to be there for you. The element of timing is a little tricky here for you, where sometimes during this manifestation you may rush, or other times you may not catch the timing of it. For the Hierophant in the immediate future, you get the Three of Swords, the Hermit, the Four of Swords. See, I see your awareness though, and I see you acknowledging, even though it's after the fact. But still, there's awareness, there's acknowledgement around this concept of timing for you here, tied up to this one. I don't know what it is, if whether you're wanting to rush or losing your patience over something, or having to wait, but then wondering if you're waiting too long and you'll miss your, you're jumping into this. I don't know what it is about timing, but something about timing. And then something happens, and I see you realizing that, why did I do that like that, Or why did I do that then? Because again, timing. Okay. For the Two of Wands in the immediate future, you get the King of Pentacles, the Death card, the Hangman. Finally, okay, you're putting this to rest. You're like, doesn't fucking matter when it happens, It's gonna happen when it happens. You get caught up in the trap of time, You get caught up in this one here for some reason. And then it creates a little bit of commotion, but just enough for you to just throw it out the window, to be like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be stuck to the element of this needs to happen at that time, or if it doesn't happen then, and you're just in the present moment. When you do that, when you release that concept of you getting stuck in time, it lands you in the present moment. Because in the present moment, there is no time. There's just now. Which there is no future, no past, no nothing, no element of time. Interesting. So you get all riled up here a little bit, but I feel like it's going to be fine. The minute you land back into the present moment, I think that's when you actually land on the perfect path here for whatever this is, So don't get caught up in time. From the universe for you as a final advice, the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Cups. There's something in regards to that soul connection there. It's still by your side. I see you and you, kind of putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, a sense of independence there. But that connection still is there somewhere to the side of you. And again, I don't know, maybe things did calm down from the past and it's like, they had a slip up. It's fine. I don't know. Or if they're completely out of here, but they're still here energetically. I don't know how that goes. But they're here by your side somehow. But right now it's about you. It doesn't matter. Okay, this connection. Okay, whatever. But it's me. Okay, good. But anyways, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped. And I'll see you next time.